Hi, I'm Katy Perry. Let's go to space.
This was just 11 minutes, and the internet exploded with critics.
It's just so ridiculous.
It is so despicable.
Garbage.
It's over the top. It's over the top.
I mean, Katy Perry clearly spending more time actually getting her makeup ready than actually going up into the atmosphere, right?
Whether you agree with her or not, there is one thing that Katy Perry does brilliantly well, even if it's embarrassing, even if people are bullying or criticizing her. She knows how to react and speak in a way that most of us never dare. Today we're diving into Katy Perry's poised confidence, and not just about these current headlines, but how she's done it over the past years.
I slept on so many couches.
I could only do me.
There is so much more to learn and to know about her. It's fascinating. So if you are ready to speak up boldly, even if the world is rolling their eyes, then this video is for you. I'm Rachel, and if you could just hit the like and subscribe, we're diving into the first clip.
I don't put any limitations on my dreams. I reach for the stars every time, and the verbiage "I can't" or "not for me," it doesn't stay in my mind.
Katy clearly loves to dream big, but it's also about how she's never afraid to talk about it in public. In fact, this dream of going to space started 15 years ago.
About 10 years ago, no, 15 years ago, goodness, maybe more, I bought a ticket to space on Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic, but I was so interested, I threw down the money.
Now, most people would laugh at big, bold dreams like hers, and clearly the backlash came in full force after the spaceflight.
Katy Perry, in other words, she was so insufferably stupid and ditzy before the flight, even dumber when she landed. The brief exposure to radiation had plunged her IQ down to Arctic levels. She did not accomplish anything at all.
A non-serious event, a PR stunt.
But I'm pretty sure she doesn't care too much about all this backlash because of the way she handles critics and rumors, which you'll see more about in a moment.
I've had not just one person bully me or one person hold me down.
Now, interestingly, I just have to show you this next clip because Ben Shapiro, who usually joins the Critics Club, he had a completely different remark about rich people paying. Have a look.
There are people who are criticizing these people for paying money to go to space. And all I can say is that everything in human life starts as a luxury good and then eventually becomes a common thing for normal humans. First, a bunch of people who are really rich pay a lot of money to go to space, and then other companies start getting into it, and then you have competition, the price goes down. This is true for literally every product you have in your life. Rich people used to be the only people with cell phones, and if you had just yelled at them for buying the cell phones, you would not have a cell phone today.
What are your thoughts about all of this? I would love to see your comments. But let's get back to what really matters, because Katy's journey to success was not an easy ride and started long before the cameras were rolling.
It wasn't always that easy because, it was very strict, and I was a very curious person.
Katy started chasing the music career as a teenager, but she had really strict preacher parents, and they didn't allow her to listen to pop music or MTV.
The curiosity sometimes it wasn't allowed because you had to have faith. So it was hard for me sometimes to be curious about what was going on in the rest of the world.
She had to fight for her voice before anyone heard it.
And then Teenage Dream and Prism.
And then when success came, she kept dreaming for more. She's never embarrassed. She talks about it and she owns it. Like here, sharing it openly at a Graham Norton interview next to Sir Paul McCartney.
I want to have a career. I hope to have half the career that you have or whatever. I'd be so grateful. I mean,
Katy's very open-minded, willing to stay curious to grow.
I don't have any limitations on my dreams, and I'm always open, and I say, why not? And let's just try.
It's easy to say you're curious, but it's harder to prove it when everyone is watching.
My whole life has been an adventure of curiosity where I have never put limits on my dream. And now my curiosity has led me to becoming an astronaut.
But this time her curiosity came with a lot of backlash and mocking, just like Megyn Kelly does.
The training, what did they do during their 2 days? Practicing how to get into and out of the New Shepard capsule. You go in, and then you go out. Oh, once again, ladies, how to put on and take off their seatbelts. I'm dying.
And yet, Katy's reaction to critics is bold, it's poised.
A lot of people that are like, she's awful, she should go. And there's a lot of people that's like, she speaks her mind, she's authentic. And it's whatever, you can't win them all. I think it's actually better not to win them all because that means that you have a point of view. Listen.
I've had not just one person bully me or one person hold me down or, met one troll. I could only do me.
No panic, no over-explaining, just bold clarity. And you don't have to agree with her, but you can't ignore her. She's learned to move with fear, to handle rumors, to handle critics.
And I see, like, even the people that don't like me or the people that have a problem with me or whatever, first and foremost, I'm sorry if anything's ever been misunderstood. I try and move and work with so many pure intentions with integrity and character, and I just get it wrong sometimes.
The most ridiculous rumor. I don't let too much of it affect you, and I don't really care too much. But of course I'm human, so like I have a heart. So it's not like I'm like invincible. I'm not too bothered by that because I think that people see me and are seeing me as an open book.
Katy always openly talks about her struggles and hustling before reaching success.
Sign you rejection.
Yes.
And it was a tough time for you before.
I remember going to the Chateau Marmont and meeting friends that were more affluent and well off. And I remember parking my car in a neighborhood because I wasn't going to pay the $20 parking. I slept on so many couches. I was signed and dropped 3 times from Ireland, from Colombia. A lot of people have only known me since I've been teenage dream girly, right? They don't know that there was a journey before that.
Well, it was all about the hustle and the bustle. And sometimes it was like, me trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say. Like, I wanted to be seen like I was worth it.
She's not pretending anything is easy. Even if she's also feeling nervous and insecure, she always talks about it.
I've always had like a am I enough thing hang up, like, will I be enough, or did I, just get lucky, or, I work so hard sometimes to like prove, am I enough? And it comes from a lot of like childhood stuff.
People like talk about my hair, right? And they don't like it, or they wish that like it was longer. Why I cut my hair is because I really want to be my authentic self.
Yes.
Like 100%.
I'm not spending any time worrying. That worry can steal your joy. Just be present. Look up, look down, look out, take in the moment. I'm doing a lot of inner space work.
Katy may not care too much about what the media thinks, but that's not the point. The point is how she speaks, how she reacts with so much confidence and clarity, how she stays calm even if she's uncomfortable, how she owns her dreams even if they sound crazy.
I could only do me.
That's confidence, not arrogance. And we can learn it, we can grow it, we can build it in our daily conversations. And if you want another example, a brilliant one that is not a singer, not a songwriter, not an artist, you will have to watch this next video and learn from her as well. Before you go there, I want to leave you with some inspirational and motivational advice from Katy herself. Enjoy!
I started out just playing an instrument. Then I went to the newspapers in Los Angeles and I would look for open mics and cafes that would just let anybody show up. I went to those open mics and I would try out new material, meet other songwriters, maybe do like songwriting with them. But I wish anybody luck because it is a really hard, to really rise to the top because there's thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people that really are working towards it every single day. But just know that you hopefully have something different to, add to the rest of us.